Yo, what's going on, guys? You guys, I had a dream last night, man, that allowed me to have a download for this video. I woke up and I had a weird, strange dream about an ex-girlfriend of mine, and all this weird shit was going down in the dream, and I woke up having a weird feeling, and just reminded me of my mind kind of processed what it would be like to be in that situation, to have a girlfriend, to be with maybe one of my ex-girlfriends, and then I thought about the type of person that I was while that was going on, while the type of person that you are, bro, when you're with somebody, when you have a partner, is way different, you guys, than when you're single, and especially when you're on SR. I mean, this is like, it's a whole different journey, all right? And I wanted to talk about, you guys, how it's very important for us as guys on SR to lean into this pathway and to lean into the journey that we're on, because this goes hand in hand with the female attraction stuff, finding women. I know I still make videos about the female attraction, every so often and stuff like that. I like to speak about how we interact, with the women and stuff like that, and what semen retention will do for you. But you guys, we have to get into a place, man, to where, and I've made other videos on this before, but you got to put women on the back burner for a season, for a season in your life, you guys. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be, maybe a year, maybe 5 years, but you guys, you got to realize that during this SR journey, and during this process, man, if you guys are on a new spiritual journey, if you guys are, putting God first, and you weren't putting God first before, you're on a whole different pathway, you guys. You're on a serious spiritual awakening pathway, right? This is a very spiritual journey, you guys, and you're doing a lot of work on yourself, all right? You're doing a lot of inner work, and you're turning into a beast, man. You're turning into like the best version of yourself that you can as a man. So we don't want to interrupt that, you guys, with a potential distraction, during a spiritual awakening journey. And this isn't like a knock on women whatsoever, this is just speaking about men that are going through spiritual awakenings and going on a self-improvement journey, all right? During that process, you guys, women are pretty much a distraction. All right, you gotta think about it like that, because go back and think about who you were. Maybe you guys, if you were, when you were with a woman, and what type of behavior that you guys were taking part in. I can speak for myself, and talk about, like, we did a lot of laying up in the bed. We would watch Netflix. We would walk our dogs. We'd go out to eat. We would do different things. Go on hikes. But guys, what does that have to do with my purpose? Nothing. I know it's a beautiful thing to share love with the female and stuff like that. But you guys, you got to think about what your priorities are, and what type of pathway are you on now. It's a very different pathway, you guys. And a woman, if you guys are serious about this, self-development, and really trying to build your life up and build a new life for yourself, connecting with God, you're on semen retention, so you're going to be manifesting things a lot faster, bro. You're going to be creating a new life for yourself, man. So a woman can take you off of your purpose, you guys, just like this. So we got to be super careful, man. You got to adopt the idea that unless you run into, you know what I mean, like that one girl, bro, and I know that you guys know what I'm talking about, but she's got to meet the criteria, she's got to be, a woman of God. She's got to be, different than the ones that, previous girls that maybe you've been with that didn't work out, so unless it's that woman, you guys, you got to kind of put women on the back burner, because to put God first and foremost, and to put your spiritual pathway, and working on yourself, you guys. That should be your number one priority. All right. You could literally allow yourself to start hanging out with some woman, right? And Maybe you think she's super good looking, super attractive, she's super cool, but deep down, you know, she's not the one. She's not the right one for you. You know, and then you end up hanging out with her, and then you allow yourself to become complacent, man. You know, all the stuff that you said that you were doing on your SR journey, and the stuff, you know, workouts, and you know, all this type of stuff, getting into your Bible, putting God first, whatever it is that you guys are doing, you could very well, you know, get taken off of that path just by allowing a female into your life. And you guys, this path is designed for us to elevate spiritually. I was just talking with Martin about this. You guys, you got to elevate first. You got to allow yourself to elevate spiritually first, and then allow the woman into your life. All right? I'm not suggesting to just kick women out of your life completely. What I'm suggesting is that you go through a season to where, you know, you're focused on self-development, you're isolated, you're putting God first, you're on semen retention, you know, getting in your workouts, learning about yourself, building yourself up, elevating yourself. All right? So however long that takes, bro, could be a year, could be 5 years, you know, it doesn't matter, but only you guys know, you know, when you're going to reach that point, you know, when you're comfortable enough to allow a female into your life. You guys, I would honestly suggest just waiting until, you know, you see some kind of success, you know, on your pathway. Don't be throwing a wrench into the mix while you're on the way up. You know, wait till you guys have seen some success, and then start thinking about females, you know, because it's very easy for them to distract us, guys. You know, you devote all of your time, not all of your time, but damn near a lot of your time, bro. You know, when you're in a relationship, it takes up a lot of your time, you know, and you think that it's valuable time spent. I mean, it is, but you're not going to be spending time on your purpose. You're not going to be spending time in the other areas. You know, you're going to be too busy giving all your time and attention to the woman, you know. So you could potentially settle for like a compromise lifestyle, you know, if you do that, right? You could potentially compromise your life and end up settling for, you know, a certain thing that you know, you're not reaching your true potential. You're not reaching, you know, as far as you could, man. I know I've told you guys before, but that's how it was for me with my last relationship. You know, I started a landscaping business, which I was making a good amount of money and stuff, you guys, but it wasn't fulfilling at all. You know, when I think back, it's like, you know, people keep asking me like, oh, you're going to start the business up again? And, you know, it low-key makes me cringe because I really didn't feel fulfilled doing that, you know. Had a landscaping business, and it was exactly what I just said, bro. I was with a girl, and I needed a way to make money, so I picked a pathway that was like safe and mediocre, and I got to, you know, tricking myself that that's what I wanted to do long term. You know, is be like a landscape, like just run multiple landscaping businesses and go into that field, right, and just make money doing that. And it wasn't fulfilling, you guys. It was just a money maker, and that's not who I am as a person. You know, I feel like I have a higher calling from God, so it's way deeper than that for me, man. So I couldn't have. I'm just grateful that I got away from that, you know. But that's what could happen to you guys if you don't, you know, be mindful of this stuff, you know, and think about this before you allow another female into your life, right? And this is all part of that isolation period that I talk about, you know, with God. This is literally part of that isolation period. This is time for you to connect with God, to get your, you know, communication up with God and get that connection going with God, and working on yourself, all right? Those two things are enough during this time period. You know, a woman will distract you and get you off your pathway, bro, you know? And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not, like, suggesting, like, don't hang out with women whatsoever. Like, if you guys want to hang out with these girls that you end up meeting and try and run the experiment and, you know, have your own experience, obviously. But I'm saying, I'm talking to the guys that know exactly what the fuck is up. You know, maybe you've had a couple girls to where you already know, you know, the type of girls that you're attracting and the type of girls that, you know, want to hang out and things like that, and you know you're not supposed to be hanging out with these girls. Like, you know, like, that's how it is for me, man. You know, certain girls I can already just tell, like, exactly what we're going to be doing, hanging out, you know, just chilling, watching Netflix, and, You know, nothing spiritual. There's no spiritual value going on with that, with those type of girls. So just stay focused, man. Stay in this isolation period. Like I said, this is all part of that isolation period, and it's it can be lonely, man. But you know, we gotta, you know, stick together, bro. Stick with your like-minded brothers, and that's why I like to make videos like this, to remind you guys that that this is real, and this is you know, we're not alone on this stuff. You know, we're all together, and this is just how it has to be. You know, for however long, a year, 3 years, 5 years, however long it has to be, man. But elevate first. You know, work on yourself first. Work on your legacy. Work on all these things that you're trying to achieve. Your purpose. Get on your purpose, bro. You know, start seeing some results going on with whatever purpose you have. And then, once you establish yourself, then you can start to introduce, you know, maybe some women into your life. Hanging out with women and trying to find, you know, a woman, a partner, you know, a relationship. Because when you're in the middle of it, you guys, that's like throwing a wrench in there, bro. You never know what's going to happen. She could take you off your purpose. You could end up not seeing through the plans that you want to see. Not seeing through the plans that God has for you, you know? You get distracted. So, all right, y'all. That's my message for you today, man. That was a download that I got after a dream that I had with the weird ex-girlfriend situation. So, man, just good reminder for sure. You know, it's like I said, it can be a lonely pathway, but it's all right, guys. You know, we gotta just stay strong, man, and stick together. You know what I mean? Chop it up with each other, and obviously keep your connection strong with God, and just keep building every day. Keep working on yourself. All right, guys. All right, y'all. Much love. Hopefully, you guys learned something from this, and I'll tap in with you guys later, man. Peace.